the reason sister wives Kody Brown is flirting with Robyn Brown, his wife, by using his body odor. The most recent Sister Wives episode had a bit of a stink from Kody Brown. The patriarch said, "I can smell my armpits, and it's gross," while working hard to pack up the 5-bedroom Flagstaff, Arizona, home he had shared with Robyn Brown and his children, Dayton, 25, Aurora, 23, Brennan, 21, Solomon, 13, and Ariella, 9. However, he asked Robyn, "Why don't you come over here and smell my pheromones?" in an attempt to flirt with his only surviving wife. The 18-year-old father regarded it as a chance for romance, not because his feces didn't smell. Kody said to his younger brother Michael Brown, "I'm always peacocking at her, something I'd never do with another woman." He simply assumed their romance would hold up. Kody observed, "We've been moving for months now," referring to the time it took them to stagger across town to their new $2.1 million estate. "We haven't spent time together, gone on a romantic retreat, or escaped. As a result, we are now war buddies rather than lovers. I'm just flirting around here, just having some fun with it, like making my stinky body something romantic," he told the cameras. "Hey, are you able to detect those pheromones? You're digging on me, that's what it means. You like that foul smell? Are you thinking, oh, that handsome man, because I smell bad?" However, the shift was somewhat of a blow for Robyn, who married Kody in 2010. She clarified, "It's not that I don't like it," in reference to his overt advances. "I just won't pay attention to you while you're doing it. When you're not doing it, I'll pay attention to you." Admittedly, it has taken some time to get used to PDA in any form. According to Robyn, there was such a strong family culture of no affection between Kody and his wives in front of each other that I would shy away from flirting with him in public when Kody was still married to his first 3 wives, Meri Brown, Janelle Brown, and Christine Brown. I'm now going to have to adjust to it somewhat. Additionally, Kody stated that they have separated from his ex-spouses, saying, "I think it's just going to take time for Robyn to get used to this monogamy thing. He's hoping she'll eventually find a way to be sly with him. I want to be walking down the street with her someday, maybe in a shopping mall or something like that, and have her just slap my ass," Kody said. "That's when I know that she's comfortable with her and me. But for the time being, the creator of my sister wife's closet is still getting used to living with just one man rather than the whole family. She married me under the premise of plural marriage with the expectation of plural marriage," Kody said to the cameras, acknowledging Robyn's difficulties. "I wondered whether she no longer valued me after the other women went. I mean, I'm not sure yet." Robyn isn't really sure about herself. "Sure, being the only wife is great in some ways, but there are also ways that it's not great," she said. "This was not the life I had planned for myself, nor was it the life I had anticipated. Even though I adore Kody, I never wanted or expected to have him all to myself. Living in a plural marriage has always been my dream. I desired to follow my faith. It's just one disclosure she and her former family members have made this season. Continue reading to see all they have to offer, as their truths are meant to be multiplied rather than split." Janelle Brown and her former partner, Kody Brown, are contemplating a spiritual separation. In the opening scene of Sister Wives Season 20, Janelle Brown, who is officially over her ex-husband Kody Brown, as well as his attractive pecs and six-pack abs, disclosed that she is taking a cue from Meri Brown. On their 29-year relationship, Janelle and Kody were never legally married, but she disclosed on the September 28 premiere that, "I had sort of thought about a spiritual divorce a long time ago and didn't even realize it was an option. Oh, hey, Meri, who do I call? I thought when she got one." And she was more than happy to fill in some gaps about her former sister wife, who was given a spiritual release from their previous church due to abandonment. Janelle said, "She has been helping me get in touch with everybody." Madison Brush desires a reconciliation with Kody Brown, her father. Brown, Kody Madison Brush is still trying to atone for her father's transgressions. Madison, the second oldest of Dad Kody's and Janelle's 6 children, said on the September 28 episode that she is still having difficulty adjusting to the distance between them. The mother of 4 said, "You want your dad to show up," during a confessional with husband Caleb Brush. "Reconciliation is what you desire. I'm annoyed because I'm still working on learning how to not be disappointed, even though I know I had a role to play. She's having trouble learning the lesson. I'm still learning how to just see him for who he is," she said. "I'm attempting to comprehend that perhaps he was unsure of how to arrive. He may be in pain. Additionally, he might not be prepared to give up much." With Meri, Janelle, his third wife Christine Brown, and their kids, Kody emphasized his wish to mend. He said, "I think we're in an impasse here because this healing can only happen on their terms only." Concerns have been raised by Kody Brown regarding his sexual relationship with Robyn Brown, his wife. According to Robyn Brown, Kody's fourth and last surviving wife, she has always desired the family over the man. She disclosed, "I had marriage proposals," on the show that aired on September 28. She pointed out that it wasn't necessarily a predicament where different men at different times said, "You know, I'd marry you in a heartbeat." "I was just like, well, I plan to live a plural marriage," was her unwavering reaction. "And if Kody had not been a loving husband and father to 3 wives when he went after her, I would have said the same thing to you." However, now that they are unwitting monogamists, Kody declared, "It's you and me, baby." But he did have one worry, to be honest. Kody hinted about their sexual lives when he said, "There's something I want maybe more than you do," to Robyn. In his confessional, Kody went on to say, "A polygamist is getting more than he wants, and a monogamist isn't getting enough." Meri Brown says her ex-boyfriend ended their relationship because of her history of polygamy. Meri has thrown herself into dating and is clear about what she wants in a man. "Super important for me is to find somebody who wants to travel with me," the ardent road tripper said in the October 5 show, in addition to finding a tall guy. "You can't have cats, either. You must be a dog lover." She also requires someone who isn't easily frightened. She clarified, "There was a guy I had been talking to," alluding to one of her more problematic romantic experiences. "He was like, 'I can't continue talking to you,' after learning that she was polygamous. 'I'm not even interested in or receptive to this circumstance,' she said. 'And I was really saddened by that. You don't want to pursue a relationship with me because I was a pluralist?' Meri went on to explain, "It was like my first real big realization that being a polygamist would inhibit some people from even wanting to start talking to me." According to Janelle Brown, nobody else is really interested in relocating to Coyote Pass. Janelle is certain that she was the only person in her large family who genuinely desired to set foot on Coyote Pass. During the October 3 episode, Janelle talked about the family's conflict over the 14-acre property they bought before moving to Flagstaff, Arizona, in 2018, saying, "I'm not actually sure I ever had the dream of us all being out on Coyote Pass. Because, it's a beautiful piece of property, why not?" Kody's second wife could see herself relocating there. She claimed that with her ex and his prior wives, it was more of a fleeting phase. "Nobody really wanted to live out there," she added, adding that Meri would have complied if everybody else had done it, and that Christine most certainly didn't. According to Janelle, Kody and Robyn had a house that was there without being there on the property, referring to the 5-bedroom, 2-acre home that they later sold for $1.7 million. Despite their initial outcry over the land's division into 4 distinct lots, Janelle stated, "I just could see very soon after we moved to Flagstaff that was not going to be a thing." Why Kody Brown believes his relationship with most of his adult children is tense with the exception of Robyn's oldest children, Dayton, Aurora, and Brennan. Kody has a notion as to why his relationships with most of his adult children are weak. He admitted on the October 5 program that, "I think most of the relationships between me and my adult children are strained. It's an issue of trash talk and innuendo, and it has challenged loyalties and trust on all sides." Few of his adult children are currently members of Team Kody. The most overtly supportive of her father had been Mykelti Padron, one of his 6 children with Christine. She did, however, offer her thoughts on the rift months after she and her husband Tony Padron relocated to North Carolina with their 3 kids. She stated in an October 2024 fan Q&A posted on the Instagram account at Without a Crystal Ball, "I think that if he took more accountability in any of his actions, his kids, maybe not all of them, but at least some of them, would reach out. He might just say, 'Look, I recognize I did blank wrong,' rather than blaming the kids, the parents, the gossip, or their feelings about his relationship with his other wife. 'I apologize. Can we discuss it?' That would go a long way, in my opinion." Admitting that she would have stolen half of Kody Brown's assets, Janelle and Meri left their marriage to Kody with a beautiful parting present when Coyote Pass was up for sale in April 2025. Christine had already agreed to give up her share of the land in return for the money she would receive from the sale of her house in Arizona. "It was a lovely way to just be like, 'See you later,'" Janelle joked to Meri during the October 5 episode. "I hope we don't cross paths again. Goodbye." However, she most definitely wouldn't have dismissed a more exquisite gift. She stated that if she had been legally married to Kody, she would have seized half of his assets, because it would have been half mine. For this reason, Kody Brown decided to sell Coyote Pass. Kody and Robyn had to sign the contract for their new $2.1 million property before they could abandon their hopes of living in Coyote Pass. "Selling Coyote Pass became a reality for us," Kody explained in the October 12 episode, "only when we discovered we really wanted this other house," following months of back and forth with his ex-partners on offloading the enormous property. The 18-year-old father is also keen to release the negative memories of their former residence. He proposed, "We've gone through a lot of heartache here. And we want a new beginning, something different, something new." Why Kody Brown believes his plural marriage was a failure. Kody felt that he needed commit to 4 separate ladies in order to multiply his love, but his attention wasn't split that evenly. "I felt like I was devoted to our family and to plural marriage, but then I struggled to be devoted specifically to every single wife and vice versa," he said in the episode on October 19th. "I don't think the wives were devoted to me or to each other as a whole." Setting up Robyn in her $1.65 million, 5-bedroom Flagstaff home while other spouses were getting by with less was, he assumed, one of his mistakes. Regarding the breakup of his marriages to Meri, Janelle, and Christine, he stated, "I don't know what went wrong, but he was aware that his wives were envious of his choice to place Robyn in this home. My wives, in whatever way, couldn't handle that I was willing to fight so much to make sure that Robyn was safely kept." Feel free to share any video requests in the comments. I'll try to make a video about it. Stay connected with the Wives Union for all the latest updates, spoilers, and deep dive recaps. See you in the next video. Stay safe and healthy, may God keep you safe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell button for daily updates.